look adorable in this
Thanks.
weather. All right, here we go.
Wow, look at you with a hat on.
Are we live? We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Periscope, we're all over the place.
Yay.
Hey guys, how are you? So, we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna plow right through the rain. Mother Nature's not gonna stop us. Cut next scene. It's raining, Thor! We're here with Stephanie Abrams Carton. You know, we had a Stephanie Abrams on the show, so it's very confusing to me, but we're not going to talk about it. But when Stephanie was here, there was no weather, and she does weather.
Yes.
And when this Stephanie Abrams Carton is here, you don't do weather, and there is weather.
There you go.
So you see how it all has a way.
How it always happens, right?
I'd like to say that you are like in the process of cornering the market on social media. So if you're not in social media, if you don't play with social media, if you're not a part of social media, you're really on the outside looking in when it comes to the human race at this point.
Definitely.
There's no like, oh, I'll get to it next year.
Yes.
Like you're in or out. You're in or you're out.
Yes.
And if you're out, no one's
really
going to associate with you. You know, you're like my mom if you're out. You know, you're either in or you're out. So talk to me a little about how you got into it. What you obviously love it.
Obsessed, yeah.
And why it has become so like such an integral part of our like chemical makeup.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone who's on social media wakes up in the morning and the first thing they do is look at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever platform they connect with the most. But yeah, my background, I went to Cornell for hospitality and business management. So right out of school, I was working for Hilton and then Marriott, and I was one of the first users of Facebook when it first started, back when I was in college.
Isn't that crazy to say?
Yes. So
because you didn't have we weren't on any of this in high school.
No, it didn't exist then.
Freshman year of college,
did not. No, it was my sophomore year of college at Cornell. Facebook started. They launched really with the Ivy League colleges, had first use of Facebook, and I was studying sales and marketing. I was like, this is going to change the way of marketing, but we didn't know how.
How did you know that?
I just knew. I just had the foresight to know that everything was going to change. So everything I was learning in school, I knew it was going to change.
Really?
So I just always stayed on top of what was happening with social media. And then when I graduated from college, I worked for Marriott and then Hilton, and I was doing sales. But I had a lot of friends who were starting businesses, and they started coming to me asking for help with sales and marketing. And I started telling them, you have to start using social media. This is going to be the way of the future. So I started putting together these social media strategies. This is back in like 2008, 2009.
Way before
it is what it is today. Yeah, on the side of my full-time job, and I had this like Oprah aha moment. Like, wait a second, this is not an after-work activity. This could be a real business.
This is it.
So I started taking on some clients on the side of my full-time job, and then
as what? As people you can help with their
social media. And I was charging like nothing. Like, oh, pay me a couple $100s a month. I'll help you with your marketing. Like, this is really going to take off. This is going to work.
How hard was it convincing people that?
It was hard. It was very hard. I remember I walked into like a dessert place, actually around 9th Avenue. I don't remember what it was called. It might have been a donut place. I don't know if it's even there anymore.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the owner, telling him, you have to start using social media. He's like, this is a fad. This is not going to go anywhere. I'm like, no, this is going to
that guy's out of business right now.
Maybe.
He's like carrying a cart around New York City because he doesn't have a Facebook page.
So yeah, that's how it all started. And my business partner, Courtney, and I met through a mutual friend who's also an entrepreneur. So we started taking clients together on the side of our full-time job, and then we said, we either have to go all in and do this business or not do it, because we were working around the clock doing a full-time job and then working nights and weekends working with some clients on the side, and then we quit our jobs on the same day, May of 2012, and never looked back.
I'm fascinated by your pitch because we're doing live streaming content.
Yeah.
And the pitch to a lot of people is, hey, live streaming content is going to be the next big thing.
It is, yeah.
The next big thing. Nothing is organized right now. We're doing this. It's at the same time every day.
Yeah.
You can, but no one's really doing it, and we're met with a lot of, nah, that's not gonna be a big deal a couple years from now, blah blah blah. So you were met with sort of the same hesitation and resistance, and I'm just curious, sort of what was the sort of, your moment where you were like, no, guys, this is it.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt in my mind. It's either you're with me or you're not with me. It's either gonna work or not work. Like you knew it was gonna work.
I knew it was gonna work. I never had any doubt, because that's just the way marketing works. If you don't stay on the forefront of trends and what's happening, you're left behind. So you either go all in and you do it, and if people didn't want to work with us, that's okay, but that's their loss, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so now, what's your partner's name?
Courtney.
You and Courtney meet up,
Yep.
and you come up with SocialFly.
Yes.
Tell me about SocialFly.
So we're a full-service social media marketing and influencer agency. So what we do is we create social media strategies for brands, and then we execute those strategies on behalf of the brands and companies that we work with. So we are very strategic in our approach in terms of what content we're creating for these clients, how we're running advertising, contests, promotions, what influencers they should partner with, and then we handle everything everything for them. So we're essentially this turnkey solution for companies where they can come to us. They don't know anything about social media. They hand it over to us. We work with them to create this strategy, and then we get it done for them.
Okay, so let's break it down, because the people that need you don't know anything
Right,
about what you're talking
yes.
about, and the people that don't need you know exactly what
Yes.
you're talking about. So your company, you got a great idea, a great product, a great 5 years ahead of you.
Yes.
You don't know how to get that movement out to the world.
Yes.
What will you do with them, and what do you offer to someone? Like that? How do you make that happen?
The first step is to understand what is the product or service that they're launching if it's a new company, and who are they trying to reach, who are they trying to target, because depending on who your audience is, as you know, we're on all these different channels right now. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Periscope, and there's different types of people who use different platforms, and they use them in different ways. So you need to figure out who you're looking to reach. So are you looking to reach millennials? Are you looking to reach moms who are, 45 to 65 who like to shop online?
Because your approach is going to be different depending on who the audience
You can't
is.
just put out content on Facebook and then put out the same thing on Instagram and Twitter and, every other platform.
Who would ever do that? Ever.
And
meanwhile, there's like a picture of Harper on like 27 different feeds of mine, because I don't know. It says press here and it'll display for everything. Okay, go on.
You can do that too, and then you see what sticks, and then you see, where you're getting the traction on each platform, and then you can decide, well, maybe, Facebook and Instagram is the best platform to spend my time on. Maybe my followers aren't paying attention on Twitter. Maybe I don't need to dedicate as much time. So a lot of social media is really trial and error, but if you know who your target demographic is, you can kind of figure out where you should be spending your time and where you should be putting your content, and then you have to promote that content. Because these social media platforms now, it's pay to play. So if you, even like with Facebook Live, so you could do a Facebook Live and you have hundreds of thousands of followers, but then you can put some ad spend behind it and amplify that message, then more people.
Do you hear that, Lance? We could do things to amplify the message.
What message is that, Joe?
I have no idea.
We have a message?
I know. It seems like it's
I thought we were just here to sit in the rain.
Look, it's gone.
Of course it did. Lance, I don't even understand him. Like, we bicker all day, but yet he's the smartest person I know. It's a no-brainer to me. Why would any company not get on board with what you're offering, or what any social media company is offering? Why take it on yourself when this is so clearly the future? Right?
It's and it's the most cost-effective way to reach people too.
Right. Okay, so do you love doing this?
I love it.
Tell me why. I know I hear the passion in your voice.
So when we started the business, my passion just has always been helping people. Like, I love to discover new things and then share what I love with people and help them. And that's just how I am. So I love being able to see that we're making a difference for all of these companies, whether we're working with small brands who are just launching, or really big brands who just don't even know what they're doing on their own, and we're able to show them the way and help them. So just really being able to make a difference and see the results of what we're doing.
There are a ton of social media companies out there that do similar things to you. What makes SocialFly different? Because I've got, like, my friend Marcy has a company, my friend Josh has a company, like, all my friends have companies, and I don't know, and then you speak to some people who come in, and I'm like, well, what's your Instagram? And they're like, oh, I don't know, I don't even know if I have a Twitter handle. It's not good.
Yeah, I would say
this is where the eyeballs are. You want to put your product out
where
there.
They are, and that's why I brought Alex to live Instagram
and
live
Snapchat. And Snapchatting. Obviously, we're Snapchatting, Instagramming, Twittering, Facebooking.
Instagram stories, everything.
Everything.
No, but what's
wait, time out. My mom joined.
Oh, hi, Lance's mom. Sorry. Say hi.
Say hi, Alan.
Hi.
Every day.
See, everyone's on social media.
Every day, Stephanie. Every day.
I think what sets us apart is we're extremely strategic in our approach. So there's so many social media agencies out there, people that say that they do social media, but what sets us apart is we really look to what your goals are, what are you looking to accomplish, and then how can we accomplish those goals using social media, or not accomplish certain goals using social media, and then measuring those results. So what type of content are we going to create that's aligned with your message?
Right.
Who are we going to put your content in front of, so you're actually, like, if you're an e-commerce company, you want to generate sales. But if you just put out a piece of content and think people are going to find it, it doesn't work that way. So being able to be very strategic and then measuring results, and then making changes to the strategy based on the results that we're getting.
Well, how do you know if you're successful?
Depends what success looks like to you. So if your goals are to, drive traffic to your targeted traffic to your website to sell handbags or to sell clothing, if you're not generating sales, then it's probably not successful. But if we're able to show, like, we have a client where, an e-commerce client, where we're spending, around $20,000 a month running Facebook ads and generating over $160,000, $170,000 a month in sales a month just from running those Facebook ads.
Wow.
So if you can make 5 times on your dollar on Facebook, that's probably successful.
So if social media is where it is now, you know, I can't even imagine where it's going to be 5 years from now.
Video.
And that's the
video.
all the
so you're doing it right here.
This is it?
This is it.
Okay, so we're going to have you say that and enunciate it.
So every once in a while, even a blind squirrel finds a nut, you know?
There you go.
Breaking news, Lance found a nut. Is what it is.
Live video.
So live streaming content, which is what this is, basically, you take your mouthwash, is where we're going to be.
Yes.
I mean,
it's
a no-brainer.
Yes.
I believe you.
Yes,
because
I'm telling you, this is it. We do a Facebook Live show. We do a Facebook Live show every single week. Every, what day? Wednesday.
And why is it important?
You have to create content. People want to know what you're doing. They want to know what you're up to. You need to, if we're a social media agency and we're not doing live video and telling our clients to do live video, what type of social media agency are we, right?
Right. How'd you come up with the name SocialFly?
So actually, originally, the name of our company was Collective Media.
No.
And when we first started our company, I know,
I'll tell you right now.
In the first few months, we received a cease and desist letter from a company and said, you can't use Collective Media. So we were like, oh my gosh, we just started our business. We're these young entrepreneurs. Like, we can't spend tens of thousands of dollars to fight this in court.
Right.
So like, we're going to rebrand. So it took us a few months, and then
got rid of all the t-shirts and all the hats that said Collective Media.
I'm actually really big on t-shirts, so yeah.
No, as am I.
I love t-shirts. And then we just had this aha moment. We're like, SocialFly just like hit us.
Yeah.
And then we went with it, and everyone says that was the best thing that could ever happen.
I would have asked you 6 times what the name of your company is if it was still Collective Bargaining Agreement.
Yeah, there you go.
CBA.
CBA.
Yeah.
And then if it wasn't enough, you were like, you know what, social media is great, but I'm going to take a step backwards just for a split second to write a book that's all about taking a step forward, which is social media. Tell me about the book. The book, Like, Love, Follow,
the Entreprenista's Guide to Using Social Media to Grow Your Business. So when Courtney and I first started our company, we would not be where we are today without the help of all of our awesome entreprenista friends who've also started businesses. So we've all been in networking groups together and really just helped, push each other forward in each other's businesses. So we wanted to write a book to help other entrepreneurs who are just starting their business learn how to set up their social media and how to really create a strategy. So it's a step-by-step guide for people who are starting their business on how to use social media to grow your business.
Oh, okay. And so it's like a business self-help book.
Yeah, it's like social media for starters.
Kind of what you guys are doing, but on a sort of more scaled back scale.
Yes, exactly.
If you will.
Yep, exactly.
Do you think we're going to get, what did you major in? Hotel administration?
Yeah, hotel administration at Cornell.
Do you think
Cornell's that's the big school like
school.
Cornell. That's
no,
like
I know. I have 2 friends. My brother went to Cornell.
Oh, really?
Believe me, it was all
I
like
meant for hotel administration is like a big...
Yeah, he went there, and everyone he knew was like a hotel person.
Hotelly.
Wait, when did you graduate?
2006.
So did he.
Yeah. Really?
Oh, wait, no, he graduated. I graduated. No, he graduated 2000.
2000, okay.
Yeah. So you're 15. That's great. Do you think we're going to get to the point, and how many years off are we from some sort of social media thing being like a major in college, where people are actually going to go and study and branding or all of it?
I don't think we're that far off. I mean, if you major in marketing, you're taking social media classes now in most colleges.
Okay.
So the people who are... Alex, did you take social media in college?
I did not.
Yeah, I take social media.
But I know they do offer.
Yeah.
I think it's a new offer.
Yeah, so a lot of colleges have social media classes. I've gone and spoken in marketing classes in college, yeah.
Well, they have to get on board with it. Like, I could see the old school colleges being like, we're not doing social media, we're still with the old, this is how you learn it, the tradition, but this is 100% is the future, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Don't mean to interrupt you, but Larry Fish he's on his way over with. He's asking if you want anything.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Yeah. But this really is an interactive thing. I love it.
Service,
yeah. Right. We have one of the actresses from Grease is coming on, and I dressed my kid up as a Grease character.
I did musical theater growing up.
Oh, you
so
did?
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Grease 2 or Grease 1?
Grease 1.
All right.
I played Sandy in Grease at Holton Arms Creative Summer when I was in like 6th grade or 7th grade.
Yeah.
Ask her the question.
It's my go-to karaoke.
Did you ever see the movie Diner?
No.
Of course not.
Sorry.
So let me just break this down and get into it a little bit. So now say, and people ask me this all the time, and I actually don't know it. I have a picture. Mm-hmm. I want to post it. Where's my bet? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
What's your goal for the
Snapchat?
picture? Who do you want to see your picture?
My mom.
No, I don't want
Facebook.
to see
Facebook.
All right, so the thinking is what?
It depends
do you want to go to your biggest audience, or it depends on what it is you're posting?
Everything depends on what you're posting and what you're looking to do. So, are you posting this photo because you have a new blog post up on your website and you want to drive traffic to your website? Then you want to post the photo like as an aggregated link on Facebook back to your website to drive traffic, and then you want to boost it. Or maybe you want to run that photo as an Instagram ad, so then it's clickable and it can send people over to your website. So it all depends what you want to do. If you just want engagement, it's a picture of you and your family, and you want people to comment and and like it, maybe Instagram.
Yeah.
So it just depends. All depends. Same strategy.
Who knew there was so much thought that goes into this? So when you work with a company, do you take over their social media? Be like, thank you very much, we have it from here. We'll come back to you in a couple weeks when your business is basically booming. Yeah. Is that pretty much what
Kind of. So our first step is a strategy. So we take a couple of weeks to first learn everything about the company, what their goals are, what type of content they already have, what type of content we'll need to create on our end, and then we work to create this entire, holistic strategy that includes an advertising strategy on social, a content strategy, campaign strategy, and then we meet with the client to review the strategy together after it's completed. Then they approve it. And then once it's approved, then we get going and start posting the content. We do weekly calls with our clients. We do monthly reporting, so they see exactly what's being accomplished. We show them what's working really well, what's not working as well, and what will change for the next month going forward based on those results.
I guess the question is, what don't you do for your clients, really? That would have been a shorter answer.
What don't we do?
I'm fascinated, and have been, and we've been talking about it, with how presidential candidates use social media.
Yes.
I mean, forget the fact that they're both in their 60s, and social media wasn't around when they were at the heyday of, I don't know, their life. Yeah. Is this the heyday of their life, though? I guess if they're
This is, yes.
This is the heyday of their life. Okay, but 20 years ago, let's just say. And I think we saw that Hillary was just getting into it. Remember, she was like, I don't even really know anything about this email when the whole thing with the server first started. She knew a lot. But then you have Trump.
You know what we were saying?
What?
She should have been on Snapchat.
Because they're all disappeared. Right. See, there's something for everyone. There is a social media format for everyone. But Trump's tweeting away. I mean, he could be our next president, and there's like a whole social history of things that he's tweeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, is all of this a good thing or a bad thing? Are we getting to the place where we're losing our identity, but we're building up our social footprint?
Yeah.
Or is this just is social media a reflection of who we are?
I think now it's just part of most people's lives. Like, this is just, it's a part of everyday life. If you're not on social media, I have friends who've gone on dates with people and they're not on social media, and they think like they're hiding something because they're not on social media. So I think it's just part of our culture and our life now, and it's definitely not going anywhere. So you either have to embrace it, or people don't have to be on social media. If you want to stay completely private, you don't have to, succumb to the social pressure. I'll tell you what, my best friend from growing up since kindergarten, she is not on any social media platform, and we're best friends, and I own a social media agency.
But
why? And I beg her every day. I'm like, can you just go on Instagram so I don't have to text you photos so you can just see what's going on?
And what is her reasoning?
She just doesn't want to get caught up on it, and that's okay. And that's her choice, and everyone can make their own decisions. It's not for everyone.
But here's the thing. Yeah. When people started watching The Sopranos, I was like, not for me. Yeah. I want no part of it. I don't care about the story. It's not my lifestyle. I have no interest in.
What are The Sopranos?
The Sopranos is the show on HBO.
Oh, yeah,
I heard about it. Mob. Is it mob? Maybe? I don't
know. It was Mafia.
Mafia, okay. I had no interest in it, right? Yeah. But because it had seeped so substantially into like Americana, everyone was talking about it.
Know what's going on.
Everybody was discussing it. It was like water cooler chatter every day. I felt left out, not being a part of it. Yeah. And not like a FOMO kind of left out. Like I truly felt like I wanted to be a part of this big conversation. Yeah. And I felt like if I don't get on board now, I'm going to miss this train. And maybe the next train, I'll always feel like I'm behind. So I watched The Sopranos. I felt the same way about Twitter, because at first I said, you know what, I'm going to skip Twitter. Yeah. I'm going to skip MySpace, do Facebook, skip Twitter, and then do the next thing, which was going to be Instagram. Yeah. there's no skipping anymore.
You know what?
I feel
Yeah.
like I need to be a part of it.
And that's the thing. It's like when a new platform comes out or new features on a certain platform come out, I feel like you can't just be, not you, just in general, people can't say, I'm not going to do this anymore, I'm just going to do this one. Because you just don't know how it's going to play out. So if you make a declaration saying, you know, Instagram stories is out, no, I'm not going to be on Snapchat anymore. Like, you don't know that everyone's even going to want to watch Instagram stories. So you just have to see what happens and then do whatever is right for you or whoever's using social media.
What's the most popular social media arm right now?
Well, I will say, and I read this today, there's over 1 billion daily active users on Facebook right now. Wow. So Facebook really is the largest
Facebook
social media.
A new life infused into it? I mean, I think people sort of gave up on Facebook for a little while and then came back to it.
I mean, the thing is, their advertising platform is the best social media advertising platform that's out there. So for brands, if they want to reach people, they're on Facebook. So even if people aren't posting content, so like I would say I used to post personally. I used to post more on Facebook than I do now. Like now, I'll share like big updates or like photos of myself and my husband or me and Courtney if we're at an event. But I don't post every single day on Facebook. But I'm on Facebook every day because I want to see what my friends are doing, and I follow different news outlets, and I want to see what's happening, so that advertisers can reach me. So people are just spending their time on there. You wake up in the morning, you go on Facebook. Right. It's just...
I Facebook, yes. Instagram, yes. Twitter, yes. I don't understand, and maybe it's because I'm like 100. I don't understand Snapchat right now. Like the concept of things just going away. I'm like, where's it going? Get it back. Where's it going? I need it back. I want to see it all the time. I don't want it going anywhere.
Do you have a Snapchat account?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've done anything on it. I think Lance's like 4-year-old daughter like taught me how to use it.
Olivia's 10.
But it makes me feel bad. Like that I can't. It's
here's the
so
thing.
much.
I'll make you feel better.
Please.
It is a lot. And you know what? I mean, I own a social media agency and I get social media overload. I mean, it's exhausting. There's so much that's happening and it moves so fast that there's really no break. Like you have to take a technology break some days and just say, I'm just gonna decompress and put my phone down.
I know, but no one does it. We say that. And
I say it all the time.
Right?
I did it one day.
Like you just said
I did it one day. I really did it one day.
For a whole day.
I wanted to do a weekend.
Yeah, that's impossible.
It was Yom Kippur.
Don't be saying that. I know. That's just crazy.
I know. It's really hard. But you know, Snapchat, the only way to understand it, I think, is to have someone who understands Snapchat show you how to use it and explain it to you like in person. Right. I could show you exactly how to use it and why people are using it and why millennials are using it.
But should I use it or should just millennials really use it?
Depends who you want to reach. If you want to reach millennials and they're on there, it depends what you're looking to do.
Okay.
Don't feel like you have to use it just because everyone's on it.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I have to use it because everyone's on it.
But what is your goal? What do you want to do?
Not be left out.
Okay, then you might have to go on that.
Perfect. And C. Okay, well, I will tell you, a couple takeaways. I'm really big on the recap. Huge recap person. Number one, you basically predicted social media way back before social media was a thing. Now you're telling us, which Lance predicted, and which is why we're doing this, that live streaming content.
Live streaming video.
Where I really think live streaming 5 years from now is going to be where like Netflix and Amazon was 5 years ago. When people were dumbfounded at the thought of putting programming on Amazon. What are you talking? No one's going to watch anything on Amazon. Meanwhile, Transparent just won, the Golden Globe or something. So get on board with live streaming.
Get on board. Video, live streaming video. People don't like to read that much anymore because they're just, content's just being put right in front of them. And it moves so fast. It moves so fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, SocialFly. If you are a business out there, big, small, or otherwise, it's a great place to have someone take a look at your company and say, this is how you take a company from here to here. Yep. And you know that. It's all social media. So if you're going to spend your dollars on a different kind of marketing, you're basically wasting the power of those dollars because this is how you actually
redirect it.
Our helicopters on that.
Right. Watch them like drop down and make SocialFly. We got you. They're off to go. Right. Number two. And number three, I like it. Like, love, follow. If you do want to read and you don't want to follow it all, but you want a good way of just knowing what's happening, this is a great way to do it. And guess what? Big font, pictures. Yeah. What's better, you guys? What's better? You know what I read this morning?
What?
You could of course, I didn't remember all the details. It was like one tweet. It was 140 characters. I'm like, this is too long. I'll just skim it. I literally got through the first line. But if you just, every time the word the is in there, if in a page of copy, if you write the word "the" twice, like double up on the word "the," it'll increase your paper by 4 pages.
Interesting.
4 times per page if you take the word "the" and double up on it, and people won't even notice it. They'll skim right over it. So if you have to hand in a paper and it's too short, double your word "the."
Actually, a corollary to that, which is I took speed reading back in the day, and like you could eliminate a whole bunch of words when you're looking at a page. Like you train your eye to just look at certain blocks of words, and words like "the" are just extra.
With anti-disestablishmentarianism,
that's actually a word I might want to catch.
Okay,
we also have it on Amazon, and you can buy it for you can read it online too.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
Awesome. This is a great pre-Thanksgiving Day gift. I don't even know what that means, but we're going to start something on social media. Pre-Thanksgiving.
There you go.
You want to get in big and early with your Thanksgiving Day gifts? This is where to go on Amazon to get it. I love what you're doing, and I love the way you're doing it, and I love that you know what you want. You're going to convince everyone around you that this is the way to go, and I have no doubt that SocialFly, whether it looks like SocialFly or something else 5 years from now, is going to take off and be huge. First of probably many books you're going to write. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. You get what we're doing. Like,
I get it.
Fully get it.
Please, I was like, I would love to come on Facebook Live. Thank you.
It is like the difference between, having to convince someone and seeking passion from them, and someone like you who just exudes all this passion for this whole space. And it's complicated to some people, and it's a little bit confusing.
It is, yeah.
But it's right.
Yes.
And this
changes, and it changes every day.
I know it does. Like today, Snapchat. Tomorrow, like Chat Snap. Like, what is that?
We actually have Sue Sacco here.
Oh, Sue! Hi, Sue.
She says, "I know Stephanie, and I've worked with SocialFly, amazing professionals, Steph and Courtney.
Stop it.
And they run a great business. If you know you want to elevate your business through social media, call SocialFly New York City now. Great live prevention."
Nice.
Sue's great. She does promotional products. She has really awesome promo products.
Get Sue on the show. Next thing we should take a business. Remember that movie Back to School? Oh, it could be our business. We'll call it a widget, and we'll build. Oh, we're already doing it. Never mind. That was
what a fantastic idea.
Lance was very successful in the private sector, and now he is going to be very successful in the social media sector. And he's
one day when I grow up.
When he grows up. So that's what we're doing.
Never grew up.
Thank you for hanging out with us and getting what we're doing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for having me.
Come back. Let us know anything you're working on, and we'll dive in a little bit.
And if you want to come on our live show, it's every Wednesday. Oh, you're here at the same time though, 2:30.
Same time. We'll like simulcast together.
If you want to do the show here one day.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
And that would be cool.
We're actually moving to a new office in a few weeks, and we're going to be changing the time of our show probably to the morning, so that maybe you'll be able to do it.
I will.
I'll keep you posted.
Figure it out.
We're just going to sit on the rooftop until Mother Nature says otherwise.
No. Until it's snowing.
Right?
We're actually through the snow. It might actually make for an interesting show.
I think it'll get a lot of viewers. They want to see
the snow. Like the Today Show does like outside scenes
for 30 seconds. I was on the Today Show. You know what they do?
Right, but we could actually have like the heaters you were talking about.
If we get heaters, we could do this. They line our jackets with
right, and Tony said we could actually get the
and they put heating pads in our boots, and they put heating pads in our mittens. And then when you walk out, they throw the coat on you, which is already hot because they have people that wear them. Trust me, just so you know what
I
goes
golf
on.
in January.
We need an intern to be that person.
I have an idea for you. You should get like North Face or someone to sponsor the show, give you all the stuff. They'll pay for your show.
This is why we brought Stephanie on.
Abrams
we needed somebody with brains to actually think about what we should be doing.
We should hire her for our business.
Right, we should actually.
What the hell is our business?
What are we doing
What the hell are we doing?
Who created this? What a mess.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Come back sometime,
Thank
okay?
you.
Perfect. All right, we're going to take a break, take some pictures, post them across social media.
There you go.
Thanks for coming in.
This one has no idea what we're doing.
This is still live, by the way.
This is going to be live.
Oh, okay.
All the time for 4 straight hours. Just say it. We've had a lot of people say it and they come back and apologize. It's perfect. That was great.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you. I'm glad we
the weather
held out.
Like you brought the weather, Stephanie.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Last night she's like,
We'll just bag this part.
Is this a mistake?
No, this is a different stuff.
Oh yeah, pictures. Yeah, I love it.
We do at the same time.
Where are we looking?
Smile.
We'll look at you. Oh, Alex first.
Oh, yeah, I messed up there.
All right, Lance, you're up.
Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet
So
you.
nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
So nice to meet you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
so much.
The background here, for what it's worth, is
Wait,
looks like
we
a
should do one more in portrait mode.
Oh, true. I can agree.
Here.
What is that? What is
So ready for this? Do you not do it?
Yeah.
Let me just.
Wait for your mind to be blown. Here, go ahead. So it looks like it's a personal.
Okay. Hey, Lance, social media.
I'm learning it. Who
Learning.
brought them in? You're acting like I'm a
Just one
complete
more.
Oh, you have to go.
You have to stand like really far. Okay, got it.
Oh. How are you? These are social media.
It looks literally.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Right now.
Yay.
Airdrop. Oh, you can't.
Oh, I'm
What's
sorry.
I gave you Allison Price.
I gave him that.
363
I've known her 6 different names.
0910.
I didn't know you was Alan Price. I knew you was Alan Becker.
Oh my goodness.
Alan.
I'm going to introduce you to the live.
So that is Lance's number.
What are you doing?
That was
Don't worry.
so
Nobody's
long. Wait, where's the magic? Wait, what?
Doesn't say that.
All that and you didn't even get it? I realized when I went, I was like, oh my god. That is Which one is that? Oh yeah, we're day 13. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I'll give you all of it. I love your
I've
story.
lost 35 pounds.
On my book.
We're going to realize yeah. It's also December.
Hi, Allison. How are you? Hi, good. How are you? How's it going? Good. My daughter was amazing for Halloween. I can't wait to show you. What?
Did she have the glasses? Was she Rhonda?
Hold on a second, because I just don't want you to be like, she's probably just saying that. I don't just say anything. Wait, well, my little, I'm a 20-month-old, and she just is going through this phase where she refuses.
We're live on this camera, by the way.
To put clothes on. She's 3.
That's Ruby Rhonda. She's got the glasses.
Is that?
Doesn't kind of look like she's got bangs.
I know. Look at this girl.
Yeah, we kind of look like that.
100%. Wait, look at the back. You actually do. Wait, look in the back. Let's get a big ladies jacket on.
You know, I tried to get mine always up to store it, and the only thing I have is I did have my bowling jacket, but the sleeves are this weird material, and I tucked it way up high in my closet, and I pulled it down. I don't really know it's staying up there until I take it down with gloves on because it's just there. How many years? 5.
No.
Oh, I was like, oh gosh.
Absolutely right. I remember watching that when I was so young.
Let's get on with the show.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll talk about
I think they
it.
want to just take a picture with.
I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter under Allison. Yeah, Allison. Yeah, ALISN. It's Allison Price Becker. And Instagram is
You have to, right? Yeah, cut it and you have the address. You have the right.